This is Damon Cart from NLP Gym. What are you using NLP for? What do you need to know? Before I get into that, if you haven't already, please click subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get these videos on a regular basis. So I'm going to jump around a little bit throughout this video. So I'm going to give you the gist of what this video is in basically 3 points. The first one is I'm going to talk about why using NLP for something specific leads you to using NLP for everything. So if you get effective in one area of your life using NLP, it spreads to other areas. The second thing is, what am I reading and why should you be reading it too? I'm starting a little reading page or suggested reading page for my website, nlp-gym.com. I get a lot of people asking me, what am I reading? So I'm going to get started on that today. The third thing that I'm going to go into is, why am I giving away something for free without any strings attached? So here we go. Someone commented on a video I made back in January called Overcoming Heartbreak NLP Mind Hack. In order to comment on the video, which by the way I'll leave in the comments down below so you can check it out, I had to watch the video because I made it back in January and I didn't really remember what exactly I had gone into or what I discussed. I mean, from the title, it's a bit obvious, but I didn't really know, without going through the video, how to answer the person's question who was asking me for a specific answer regarding something I had mentioned in the video. So as I was watching the video, I was like, oh yeah, that's the NLP process I used on myself to overcome getting dumped and suffering from a broken heart. And I did it in record time. In fact, people close to me have told me that they don't believe I was really in love with the person and that I was really heartbroken, because they basically said, no one gets over heartbreak as fast as you did. Well, if you know NLP and you can use it effectively, the unbelievable becomes believable. So in order to really explain what NLP is, you have to demonstrate through applying it, which is why it's impossible to learn NLP from books or to use it effectively when you only have a conceptual NLP knowledge, or you have your understanding of NLP is really conceptual and not applied or not experiential. If you want to truly learn NLP and use it effectively to overcome your limitations and achieve outcomes and do things that just seem impossible, you got to take, or the way that I've done it anyway, is taking one area of my life, and this is what I suggest that you do. Take one area of your life and apply every NLP technique, every NLP process, every NLP exercise to that one area of your life, so that you really become a master at NLP in that one particular area of your life. And along the way, you're really going to cultivate a lot of NLP skill and a lot of NLP understandings. And it's not going to be just conceptual, it's going to be experiential understandings. It's a huge difference. From there, you'll be able to generalize those NLP skills and understandings to every other area of your life. And that's when you become the master, the magician, and even the wizard of your life. And you've heard people say, once you learn one new language, then it's easier to learn other new languages. Part of that is because now you know it's possible. So it sort of opens that gate. It breaks down that border, that wall, that block. That's part of it. The other part of it is you've trained your mind in the understanding and the skill of how to do that, how to learn another language, how to generalize the information that you know about other languages into a new language. So that's how that works. And it's a very effective way to learn NLP. Number 2, I'm nearly done reading a book called Conscious Hustle by Dane Thomas. The premise of the book is spiritual awakening through entrepreneurship, which is right down my alley. It's a great read, and I really suggest that you read it because he outlines some just amazing insights and understandings that anyone can benefit from, even if you're not an entrepreneur. Another reason you should read it is because as I was reading it, I kept thinking to myself, man, this guy must know NLP. He has to. it was just obvious to me by the direction of his thinking of like always going toward opportunity and always toward possibility and choice, and the way he was framing things. I just knew he had to be NLP trained. So I looked a little closer into his background, and sure enough, I was right. He is NLP trained. So Conscious Hustle is a good example of someone who has integrated NLP, among other things. It's not just NLP. It's not, you can tell he's done other things. But it's a good example of someone who's taken NLP, learned it well, and integrated into what he does, and has used it to become successful and more effective in what it is he's trying to do. And then through that, he's writing a book that can teach you how to do the same thing he did without really having to learn NLP. So it's a great understanding of how someone has used NLP effectively and then integrated it into his teaching. And people often ask me, so like I mentioned earlier, what I'm reading. And like I said, this is a book that I'm reading right now. I find it useful. I think you would find it useful even without the NLP part of it. But it's a really nice way to look at how someone has integrated NLP understandings and how NLP has helped him come to certain understandings and certain ways of framing and even teaching and communicating. So check it out. Also, by the way, the page that I'm adding, I'll put links to the books that I post so that you can click on them and go directly to Amazon if you'd like to get them for yourself. So number 3, what am I giving away for free with no strings attached, and why? So I decided I'm giving away 1 coaching session to 3 different people. So that's 3 free coaching sessions. This is not a buy 4, get 1 free deal. It's not even a buy 1, get 1 free deal. It's a get a free coaching session with me deal with no sales pitch. I'm not going to spend half an hour, 15 minutes, or even 5 minutes trying to pitch you anything. I'm not going to be pitching you coaching. I'm not going to be pitching you any products. It's going to be a straight full-on coaching session and no incentives to buy anything else from me at all. So why the hell would I do this? It's because I love you. No, not really. But you know what? I would be fine because I have that NLP process that I use to overcome heartbreak. So I wouldn't be afraid. I would just fall in love and be able to get over it, or not be afraid of having my heart broken by you, because I would have that process to use to get over it. Okay, joking aside, one of the exercises in Conscious Hustle, the book I just mentioned, is to give 3 things away to 3 different people. If you want to know more about the purpose of this exercise, I suggest reading the book. It's pretty cool. So if you would like 1 free coaching session with me, you can email me at damon@nlp-gym.com. Put a brief description, and I do mean brief, a brief paragraph as to what it is you want to work on. So when I say brief, like no more than 6 sentences. If it's too long, I'm just not going to read it, because I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of people sending me emails, which is perfectly cool. I want to read all of them. But if it's if it's pages and pages long with your life history in it, I'm likely to overlook it and go to the next email. So a brief description of what you want to work on. And remember, I'm not a therapist, so I can't treat pathology or psychological pathology. This is more something that you want to work on, and something that, like I said, is not pathological, and how I'm going to choose someone is not by who are the first 3 people that email me. The people I'm going to choose are going to be problems or issues or goals that I think that in 1 session we can do a complete piece of work, that I think, or at least get really close. People who have something that they want to do or overcome, that within a 1-hour session we can pretty much take care of it, or like I said, get really close. Or at least I can set you in a good direction so that you can sort the rest out by yourself. So send me those emails. I will go over all of the descriptions. Like I said, if it's too long, I'm not. So just keep it brief, and I will let you know if you got the free coaching session. We'll schedule something. I normally coach by Skype unless you live in Santa Cruz. In that case, we can meet in person. But otherwise, it'll be on Skype, and I will respond. So send those descriptions in, and I will happily give away 3 free coaching sessions. Check out my website, nlp-gym.com, and if you like this video, please click like right down here and leave me a comment or a question. I do follow up with everyone, and I do take requests. If I like what the question you're asking, I'll make a video out of it with the answer to it. There are still spots available for the NLP Gym Ultimate Practitioner Training. If you really want to master NLP and you want to use it effectively in your life and all areas of your life, this is the training for you. It is a big commitment. It starts in June. It goes on for 8 months. It's 1 week in a month for 8 months. A total of 24 days. It's really unheard of. It's really a crazy undertaking, but it's for people who are really serious about learning NLP. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can continue to get these videos on a regular basis. Take care.